Welcome everyone to the third video of this microprocessor 885 lecture series. In today's video we will learn about flag registers. But before that we should know that what is it? What is flag registers? So in the previous video I have discussed about something called special purpose register. And also in that architecture video you have seen that there is something called ALU temporary register, and there was something written as signed register 2. So in 8085 signed register is a special purpose register of 8 bits. In 8085 this is a 8-bit register. This 8-bit register shows the current status of the processor. So, while doing programming, after any arithmetic or logical operation, the flag bits become set or reset depending upon the value. This is the answer of why flag registers are needed. Like many of you can ask that why do you even want to know that what is the current status of the processor. I am not doing anything with that. I am just there for doing some sort of programming and all. But then again, why it is needed? So while doing programming, if I can show you right now a practical example. There are some diagrams for flag registers. Depending upon that value, you can realize that what is your result. So this is needed in programming. Okay. 8085 is a 8-bit flag register, but only 5 of them, 3, 6, 7 and 8. Of those 8-bit of this 8-bit register, only 5 of them works and the 3 others are in don't care condition. Okay. So the first flag that we are going to talk about is carry flag. First of all, what is carry? In addition or in subtraction. Okay. 1 plus 1 equals to 0. Carry 1. In subtraction, 0 minus 1 is 1. Borrow 1. If we perform an operation and there is any carry or any borrow, that there is nothing called borrow flag. The borrow is here also indicated by the carry flag. Okay. So suppose we are performing some sort of operations on 2 n-bit numbers, and if the result is on more than 1 bit, then you have to understand that there is something, there is an extra bit, and that is the carry bit. Suppose just look at this example: 11110 1000. Now this 11111100. So 0 0 1 1 plus 1 0 carry 1 1 plus 1 0 carry 1 carry 1, and there is an extra bit. So I was adding 2 8-bit numbers, but I get the result of an 9-bit number, right? So n was the number of my bits and I get the result as n plus 1, right? This extra bit is carry. So if after performing an operation there generates a carry, then the MSB or most significant bit, MSB is you know that this is considered as left side, this is as right side. If you have written some number, the bit at the left side, at the leftmost side, the number which is there, it is called MSB. So if there is a carry coming out of your MSB, then the carry flag goes 1, which is on set position. So if carry generates, carry flag set as 1, else carry flag is 0, it is on reset position. Clear? The second flag, which is parity flag. first we should know what is parity. Parity is number of ones in a digit. Okay. If the number of ones in a digit is an even number, then the parity flag goes as 1. And if the number of 1 is odd, then it goes to reset position, which is 0. Clear? See, when we start doing some sort of programming, all the flags are on 0 position. Okay, they already are there on 0. If the value change, this means they are in set condition. If from 1 they again comes to 0, then we reset it. So initial value, they all are on zeros. Then according to your operation, the value changes, right? So I hope you understand what is parity flag. Next is auxiliary carry flag. First we should remember that this flag cannot be accessed by the programmer. This is only because of the processor. You don't have any you can't perform anything on this flag. Then why do we need this? First of all, I think we all use this term very often, that just take a bite of this, or like when you when you are eating something, right? You can say that take this bite and all. So when you are a adult, this is bite, but when you are a kid, that is called nibble. It's like nibbling someone. So a byte is a 8-bit number. In a byte there are 8 bits, and in nibble there are 4 bits. So if this is a number, this is called the lower nibble, this is called the higher nibble. While performing, if a carry generates from lower nibble to higher nibble or upper nibble, then the auxiliary carry flag sets as the auxiliary carry flag sets as 1. Okay, so when we have a carry from lower nibble to upper nibble, when a carry is produced from lower nibble to upper nibble, then the auxiliary carry flag goes as 1 or set, else 0, reset. Next is the easiest one, the 0 flag. See, by the name I hope you can understood. If after performing any operation, if the whole result is 0, then 0 flag sets as 1. What does that mean? If 6 minus 4, I have taken this example here. So the result will be 1, 2, 4, 8 will have. Suppose I am performing on 8-bit numbers, okay? 0 and 2 is, okay, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. So what is the result? 4. This. Is the whole number is completely 0? No. What does that mean? The 0 flag will be reset as 0. Now if 6 minus 6, it is 0. Now 0 flag sets as 1. Okay. The next flag, or the most confusing one, which is the sign flag, the last flag, and probably the trickiest one. I know some of you have already read this and thought that what I was saying, this is easy and all, but first let me say all the things and then you will decide. There are 2 types of numbers, signed and unsigned, right? Signed numbers are positive, they can be positive or negative, and the unsigned numbers are always positive. Clear? So first remember this, you are now on 1980s. There at that point of time we are using a 8-bit processor. Now it's 64-bit. That point of time we are having a 8-bit register or 8-bit data bus, 3, 6, 7 and 8. 8-bit registers, or there was 8-bit data bus also. So the highest number of combinations with 8 bits we can do was 2 to the power 8 equals to 256. Okay. Or if we work as a register pair, which means 16 bit, it would be 2 to the power 16 means 65 something, 65,000 something, that is 64 KB. Only this much combinations can be produced. Okay. So if I had to work on negative numbers or unsigned numbers, how can we do that? I will request you to watch that signed and unsigned integer formation video of COA lecture series. It would give you a more clear view. Here I can cover all the concepts. Okay, so I'm just giving you an outline of that. In signed numbers, if there is a 16-bit, if you have a 16-bit register, the combinations can be produced as 00H to FFH, right? There are not, it doesn't produce any problem. But when it comes to negative numbers, what we have to do? We have to split. Half of them will be produced as positive numbers and half of them will be produced as negative numbers. How? Suppose, just let me draw a 8-bit box. 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. Before I start, remember, in our system, every number is in hexadecimal format. Clear? So, what is the first combination that can be generated as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0? And here 0 is considered as a positive number. So when in this range, the positive number will start from 00H to. Now understand something. Whatever the MSB is, the sign flag simply copies it. If the MSB is 0, sign flag will be 0. If MSB is 1, sign flag will be 1. Okay. If MSB is 0, this means that it is a positive number. If MSB is 1, this means it is a negative number. But suppose we are adding something like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. What is the addition? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here the MSB is 1. But is it a positive number? No. We are adding two positive numbers. The result will also come as positive numbers, which is plus FFH. Sign flag will be 1. Right? Because MSB is 1. So can you say that this is a negative number? No. So there are some complex mechanism. Now I will show this. First, this is the MSB signifies the sign. So positive number, it will be 0 and the rest highest combination will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, which is F, and this is 7. So if we are working on this limit of 8-bit, the combinations will be from 00H to FFH. Sorry, 7FH, this one. Now, negative numbers. We know that when it comes to negative numbers, we work as their 2's complement of a positive number. Right? Like, just let me give you a simple example. If there are 3 bits, which means 8 combinations, right? So 8 combinations, what are the 8 combinations? First 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. First one is 0, second one is 1, 2 and 3. From 2 to the power 3 means 8 bits. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 bits are positive. The rest will have to be negative. So I will talk about this. Zeros 2's complement will be minus 0, which is not possible. But once this 1's complement, this 2's complement will be minus 1. So what is the 2's complement of this number? 1, 1, 1. This is minus 1. For 2, this is 0, 1 and 1, which is minus 2. And for 3, it is this one is minus 3, right? So what 100 signifies? This signifies minus 4. By using 2's complement and within a specific range, we are producing 0 to 3 positive numbers and minus 1 to minus 4 as negative numbers. In same case, if we do that 16-bit formula here, 00H to 7F H is positive numbers and negative numbers, what will be there? Zeros. Next, if we go down, if the below number is minus 1, so this is minus 01H to first 7F plus 7F plus 1. What is it? 1110 plus 1 will be 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, which is for 1 it is minus, and this is 80F to minus 80F. This is the range. The positive numbers using this combination can be from 00H to 7FH and minus 101H to minus 80H. Sorry, minus 80H. Hexadecimal numbers, right? So, what sign flag does this? It simply, what sign flag does is it simply copies the MSB. So it depends upon you that on which range or which number are you giving. Okay. So again remember, the positive number will be 00H to 7FH and negative number is minus 01H to minus 80H. Clear? Now if after this range, in this if you given a number within this range and still the MSB becomes 1, then the sign flag becomes 1 and you can say that this is a negative number. But I know that it's maybe sound a little bit confusing. So for this dilemma, there was something called overflow flag. This one is in 8086, but I just want you to remember this. First, let me take some examples. If there is 42H and 43H, what is the result? 5, 8, 85H, right? 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8, 4, this, 2, this, 4, this, and 3 is this. 1, 1, 1, 0, carry 1, 0, 1, sorry, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. What is the result? 85H. But what is the number here? The MSB? This one is 1. So it will signify that this is a negative number. But is it a negative number? No. But is this number is out of our positive range number? True. So there will be an overflow, right? So whenever the number that you are producing, if the number is out of range, that which means that there will be an if the number is out of range, there will be an overflow, and overflow flag will be on 1. From the previous examples, you have understood that the sign flag is not reliable. It depends on the MSB, right? It just simply copies the MSB. So even though if your sign flag is set on 1, you can't say that the number is negative. If you want to check that the sign flag is correct or wrong, you have to check the overflow flag. If overflow happens, which means that the number is going out of range, this is why the overflow happens, which means that plus 85 can't be possible. So your sign flag is wrong. It should be on 0. Okay. So now within the processor, this can't be changed. Okay. What happens? Let me say it once. first take another example. Suppose 21 and 23. Okay, 1 2 2 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0. This is it is an addition of two positive numbers, so the result is also positive. There is 0, no overflow, no. So sign flag is correct. But in this case, after addition, sign flag goes as 1. At the same point, overflow flag also goes to 1. So overflow flag is on highest priority. After checking this, you come to this. If this is 1, which means the sign flag is wrong. There happens an overflow, which means that it is this result is wrong. The sign flag should be on 0 and the result is positive number. So what sign flag signifies? After any addition, if the MSB is 0, this is a positive number, and if the MSB is 1, then it is a negative number. Hence this flag register are called as a status flag, and this was the 5 flag registers in 8085. If you had any confusion, ask me in the comment section, and if you need any PDF, you can mail me. I will give the email ID on description. Thanks for today.